Hey everybody, and welcome back to the non-league adventure of BGW FM, playing as ECFC in the Barclays Premier League, if you haven't noticed already. If you joined us last time, we had a couple of emphatic results, like I believe against Man City and Tottenham Hotspur. Since then, it's been a pretty poor show. Let's just get straight into it, into the schedule. Yeah, as you can see, since the Tottenham game, we have since lost 4-1 to Everton. 1-0 at home to West Brom, 4-0 at home to Southampton, and 2-1 away at Watford, who, you know, Watford and West Brom were both struggling sides. So very disappointed to lose those games, and, you know, after this run of form we had here, I was, you know, very hopeful of just, like, you know, easily surviving in this league. As a result, we're still 10th somehow, but other teams have caught us up, and we're now only 3 points ahead of 15th, who is Watford, who is the team that we're going to be facing in the FA Cup in the second video of this the second game of this video. Yeah, it's not been going too well of late, but we're still 6 points clear of relegation. The games we are going to be playing today are going to be Derby County at home and Watford at home in the FA Cup third round. Yeah, I'm hoping for some positive performances at least. We've not been playing very well. I've had a team meeting and I'm hopeful that I'm going to be able to do it. There has been a couple of transfers. I don't think they're here yet. They are here. They haven't arrived yet, but I will show you them because they will be joining momentarily. We've got Joshua Emmanuel, who starts out at Ipswich Town. He's a 26-year-old right back. Looks very handy indeed in terms of he's very quick and strong. Mentally he's decent. Determination could be a little bit higher, but overall he's pretty decent. He's a 3.5 star player. He's only going to cost us, I think, about 700 grand, something like that. So I'm pretty happy with this purchase. Mainly going to be playing at right back in the wing back role, but he can play elsewhere as a last resort. Quite tall as well. It has. I did reset to defaults. I do need to change that at some stage because that, I would guess that's about 6'2". I want to say, I'm sure 180 is 6 foot and 185 would be 2 inches taller, so 6'2". My maths is impeccable, if that is indeed correct how you work out. If 180 is the same as 6 foot. Yeah, he's going to be on, I can't even remember the deal with it agreed, but you'll see it shortly, I would imagine, anyway. The other player has been causing a bit of a stir in the Stoke dressing room. He's been getting fines left, right and centre, well, ever since I've arranged to sign him. It's going to cost us a meagre 125 grand, I think it was, that we've agreed. Let's have a look. 145 grand. And his wages aren't going to be that ridiculously high either. I think he's only going to be earning something similar to that. I think it might even be less. I think it might be 8. But I just thought, you know, as a quick option for the right wing, for me, he's going to be better than Stephen Kinsella. And I just think, he's mentally very good as well, with decisions a key part as well. Technique for crossing is and passing as well is going to be very handy, as well as his work rate. And he's only 24 years old. He's a Belgian, no caps yet. He's played plenty of games in the under-21s. But I'm very excited about this signing, and, you know, for 145k I think he's going to be an absolute snip. Bear in mind our budget is very low. We're still able to bring in, if we just go back to the homepage, you can't see it unfortunately because it's behind my face, but it says we're committed to spending 300 grand a week, and we've got a wage budget of 365 grand, call it, and, you know, very happy. I don't know if you can see, you might just be able to see it just above my head. Our overall balance is just shy of 30 million, and we've made 30.3 million in profit this season. So if I feel that if I ask for some money, I could have it. But until things really get serious, like if we lose our next 4 games in the Premier League, and it comes to the last week of transfer window, that's when I might have to see about asking for money. Because so far we are at the halfway stage, and if we got the same results again, like another 7 wins, another 2 draws, and another 10 losses, which I think is fairly realistic, that would see us safe in my eyes. We've been 46 points. And that would, I'd think, see us lower mid-table, so I'd be very happy with that. One thing I just want to quickly look at, I'm actually checking this for another player, that if he's a favoured personnel or something, I was going to maybe change my stance on selling this player. I won't mention who it is. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I'm actually now a icon an icon for Eastleigh. Just see him at the bottom of that list. Yeah, so that's happened. Hopefully now you're going to join us for the Derby County game. Today's Barclays Premier League clash is brought to you live from the Silver Lake Stadium. It's ECFC against Derby County FC. Right, so EC going to this game on the back of a disappointing 2-1 loss away at Watford at Vicarage Road. But they're going to line up with Thompson in goal, with debutant Joshua Emmanuel at right back. Aidan White comes in at left back. Kane and McKay take up the centre-back partnership roles. Today, with Paul on the right, Adekanye West on the left, with Louis Walsh. Has got massive potential, and the Shop making a surprise appearance in the middle of the park. Up front it's Naby and Brewer to start today. New boy Verlinden takes a place on the bench for today's game against Derby County. Derby County, not entirely sure what they did last game, but it's had it, be right. Blake in goal, Vella at right back, Robertson at left back, with Mangala and Lichnowsky it's centre back pairing. Christensen and Hughes take the midfield positions today, with Gribben takes up an attacking midfielder role in the centre, with Demerari, I think that's how you say it, Gray at the right, and Ola John I want to say on the left. Barini plays up top on his own, and he's a bit of a king of Premier League destroyers of newly promoted sides, by it seems, watching other people. Right, so I'm going to say we've got no pressure whatsoever, even though Derby beat us before, and you know it's a vengeance sort of thing. Our form is absolutely shocking, so I'm just going to try and just tell them pure and simple that you've got no pressure. I should have done it in a calm manner as well for the individually type ones, but it doesn't seem to make a difference because no one's really bothered. So let's get into the game. That is extremely loud in my ears. Right, that's better. Apologies for that. Right, it is Derby that gets the game underway, and Gribben has it, and it's his false highlight, so it doesn't matter. Right, so Hughes has it. He was the guy who destroyed us last time. He scored a hat-trick against us. I bet he's not scored many since. Naby now coming forward though, and he's looking for options. He has a go himself, and that's not far wide, you know. Not far wide at all. Right, potential chance for Derby. Oh no, but White's robbed him. Lichnowsky kicks it long. Barini's on the chase. He's up against McKay. McKay will easily beat him, and lays it back to Thompson in the EC goal. What can he do now? Kicks it long towards Brewer, but Lichnowsky intercepts and plays it to Gray, who's giving it straight to the Shop. Walsh chips it over, and Brewer kind of was in behind temporarily there. That's a great ball to find Powell. Powell crosses in, back post, and Brewer is there! Get in, you mofo! Roy Brewer powers it home for his 10th goal of the season. Doesn't get much better than that when you're up against it. When you've had such a bad run of form, there's nothing better than, you know, actually going ahead and hoping that you can actually go on and win the game, which is probably not what's going to happen, and I'm getting all excited for no reason. But I'm just trying to fill this loading highlight screen. Powell crossed it in, and Brewer with a flying volley in front of Lichnowsky, and he's obviously very disgruntled as that. It's, oh no, or he's just maybe King Voldemort of Harry Potter when he first comes around. Yeah, it's probably the most homoerotic thing you've probably seen. Right, 10 minutes ago or so until half time. Villa has it, the right back, plays it forward to Gray. Gray though plays it in field to Christensen. Barini has it now. McKay mauls him and gets the ball off him and finds Powell, finds Naby, and Naby's played a delightful ball to Brewer. Brewer gets right by his man. Can he finish it? Oh, what a save! Oh, the Shop! Oh, that'd have been a great goal. Rare appearance for the Shop. In case you're not familiar who the Shop is, it is I think it's called Ben Liddell. Kane just went very close, and I thought, nah, we're never going to score from the corner. Nearly got proved wrong. Yeah, it's called Ben Liddell, I think it is. He starts, I think he starts at Middlesbrough. That's where we got him from. I think, pretty sure he's a youngster from Middlesbrough. We'll have to, I'll have to check that later. But Powell has it now. 5 minutes or so. Emmanuel, the new boy, chips it long over the top. It's a bit aimless, and Blake will get it in the Derby goal. Kicks it long downfield towards Barini. McKay heads away. I keep saying it every live com, but it's been so impressive. I know we've been losing, but it's never been his fault as such. Naby finds Powell. Powell in a crossing position. Lays out for Naby, and Naby's there. Make it 2-0. Fantastic play, Naby, the Brett Ormerod of this save. In case you're unaware who Brett Ormerod is a guy who's played at every single level and eventually found his way into the Premier League with Blackpool when they came up for their one season, and he eventually scored a goal which made him, I think, the first player to score in every single league, so League 2, 1, Championship and Premier League. But Naby's done even better than that because he's scored in the Vanarama National League, which Brett Elmorod might have done in his later years. He might have done it before, but I'm guessing he hasn't. Correct me if you're wrong, as Brewer has a go there, but Blake's equal to it this time. It is a corner. Powell swings it in. It's headed away by Christensen, and Barini's got a bit of a free run here down this right hand side. He needs to be closed down. He's got Aidan White coming across to try and deal with him. Oh, what a tackle from that man. I felt like he just went in like 2-footed like that. Apologies if you can see your legs, but it's been a long day. I've been at work and I needed some shots on to cool down. Gray has it and he's going to ruin our day, and he is. It's 2-1. Nice finish. I was too busy stretching my legs in an unorthodox fashion. Gribben as John plays it in. It's a good first touch, to be fair, and he just smashes it in the near post. You got to be, you know, it's doing a Saturday night. You know I like the way you move. That's what he's doing there. Is told Thompson in the old Eastleigh goal. Top man. This is showing us how to dance. So we are playing well and things are going well, but I think that's what I'm going to say. I'm pleased with how things are going because apart from that one chance, they've hardly had a kick. So I've got to be very pleased with that. But I would love to beat Derby because they are one of the main rivals for us in terms of relegation. They are down there, I think, at the minute. I think they're something like 17th or something. I'm entirely sure on that. Let's go small. With that, they have a stiff, and Ola John pops up to score a header from a corner straight away in the second half. Awesome. Yeah, so Gribben swings it in. Oh, worth noting as well, just might add, while he heads it against the bar. Our expansion got completed, so we're now back at the Silver Lake Stadium. I'm just going to give him a little bit of encouragement, and hopefully that will give him a little bit of a G-up, a bit of a lift, a bit of a tic-tac effect, if you will. There is a highlight which is a bit dangerous, but I'm going to make some changes. I'm going to take Brewer off. Adua's going to come on, and I'm also going to take off. Dare I take off Andrew Powell? I think I want to give Vilinden a debut to see if he can actually create something that we've maybe not seen before. You know, he's got a bit more pace about him to get him behind. I'm going to say keep up the good form for Adua because he has been playing quite well despite us losing. Scored a couple of goals here and there. Right, but Robertson does have a throw-in, and he's got it in across the position now. Emmanuel comes across, the debutant, and takes it off his toes. The shop has found Naby with a decent ball. He's kind of held up well. Itchy nose for some reason. And then finds Walsh. Walsh shifts over. Look at that for the ball, and Brewer kind of cancel the changes if he's going to score. And Kanye West, he had all the goal to aim at, pal. And he aimed it straight at the keeper. You schmuck. Right, corner again. Shatov. It's a great name. He crosses in the corner and it's come back out to him. Robertson has it. Goes down fairly well, but Chatov's in behind here. Thompson with a good save. I want to say he went chested it wide or something like that. Right, Tello swings it in. It's headed away again, this time by Adua. It's another corner. Good bit of pressure from Derby here. They are starting to dominate proceedings, it seems. Shatov with the corner. McKay heads it away, but only as far as Hendrick, and now it's Gray, but he's miscontrolled it, and Naby now, what can he do? We've got like a 3-on-1 here if we go down the right side. Wrong option, they've kicked it the wrong way, and that's the end of the highlight. I'm disappointed. Right, 10 minutes to go. I'm about to make a change. Let's see what happens in this highlight. Adua finds Kanye West. Is that a penalty? It's a penalty! Oh no! No Martin Smith. I've just smacked the thing. Walsh, get in! Go on, Walsh, lad. Show him how it's done. Are you going to be the temporary replacement for penalties? Martin Smith wasn't on the field. He's not even on the bench today because he was like 84% fitness. But Walsh here, with his pink boots, blasts it into the top right-hand corner. And we're back in front. Come on, lads. Alright, let's make a change. I'm thinking more defensively now, though. But I don't like changing defenders when it's a tight game. Which is why I'm probably going to go down the roaming playmaker route. Let's bring on Thomas Stacey. 23. He could probably deal with the pressure, but he's quite a creative player. I'm hoping that maybe if we do get a counter attack, he can set us on the way with one. Looking at it, there's only a couple of minutes left. And that looks like it's going to be a big win, is that? Unless he can get a goal here. Vela has it, crosses in. Kane heads away, and then Shop. What an inclusion he's at. He's been solid. I mean, it's only 6.9, but still been solid. But Adil happy with the man of the match there, with picking up a goal. You know, some delightful balls in the build-up for some of the other goals as well. So yeah, that's very good, a very good positive result. Very special, lads. Nobody give us a chance, and that breaks us out of our duck, which is a pain in the dick, really. When you're losing all the time, all your motivation and all your morale just plummets, and you just think, oh man, things are just going so wrong. But hopefully, the introduction of these two signings, Joshua Emanuel and I think it's called Thibault Verlinden. He's a real player. He started at Standard at the age and joined Stoke. In fact, yeah, he might have actually started in this game. No, he can't have done, because 2014-15. But yeah, joined us this January, 145 grand. I'm hoping he's going to be like an absolute snip. But you know, 24 years of age, he's coming in and hopefully going to provide us with a boost, as well as Joshua Emanuel. But we've got a game against Watford in the FA Cup, so hopefully you're going to join us for that in a second. Today's FA Cup third round tie is brought to you live from the Silver Lake Stadium. It's ECFC against Watford FC. Right, EC go into this game on the back of a 3-2 home win against Derby County. They're going to go with a sort of change side, resting a couple of players here and there for the FA Cup, with Jaskalainen in goal, Long at right back, McKay and Kay make up the centre back positions, with Toffolo at left back. Powell starts again on the right with Adekanya West on the left. Liam Walsh and the Shop start again, same midfield four, and Naby and Brewer up top stay the same as well. Watford go into the game on the back of a 2-2 draw away at Reading in the Premier League. They're going to go with Bamba in goal, with Bamba at right back, Bamba in goal, Jay Bamba at right back, Hoban and Ilori at the centre backs, with Hendry at left back, Brozovic and Juricic, I want to say, at the centre midfield pairing with, it's going to test me, Arrascaeta as the Arrascaeta as the attacking midfielder centre, with Matthias at on the right hand side, with Owen, that's an easy name to say, Owen on the left, and Berahino up top on his own. Right, so we are huge underdogs, so I am going to say that we are huge underdogs, and then I'm going to calmly say I have faith in them. Just try and keep this momentum up. We've not been playing well of late, only in the last game that you saw have we played quite well, and even then we got outplayed in terms of chances, and that the other thing we edged was the possession stat. Trying to make a few signings in the window, of course, as Bamba plays it long towards Berahino. Oh, it's pretty wide for that. But yeah, nothing has developed as of yet. There's one player I've got my eye on. He's a regen, unfortunately, but he could be the missing link in the centre of the park. I know that's where I need to strengthen the defensive option of the two, as we have in the free kick here for Watford. Matthias finds Juricic. Plays a lovely ball to Bamba, Jay Bamba. Cross into Berahino. He's in a shooting position and squares it from Matthias. 1-0. And, cut through the defence like a hot knife through butter. And it's just pitiful defending. But that's what happens when you put your backup goalkeeper in. I'm thinking I want to give him some game time. It is the cup competition, so why the hell not? Right, so the ball comes in and Bamba crosses from Bamba, should I say, and Berahino just squares it. Look at that, 3 defenders going for the same man. And Matthias there, the easiest of tasks, to just finish it. Finish him! Right, Bamba with the throws it to Matthias. Adekanya West closing him down, but it knocks it back to Bamba. That's Juricic. Forward to Berahino. Berahino plays a ball wide towards Owen, but Long just plays 1-2 with him and heads it straight back to him. And Owen is in here. Yes, Kyle with the most extravagant of saves, it seems. I've got a bit of news I need to say. It's not happened yet, but it's tomorrow, as Brewer comes forward and finds Naby. Naby's first real contribution here, perhaps. No, gets tackled instead. Hendry is coming forward. He's up against 4 defenders for some reason, and Owen is found on the left hand side. He crosses in. Oh no, it's a great block at the end by Toffolo. I thought, what's he doing, Jaskalainen? Matthias, the danger hasn't gone yet. Kane finds Adekanya West. He puts it to the Shop. Have the impact that he had in the last game yet. Right, the news I've got is I've got some memory coming tomorrow. finally. So, with that in mind, I want to ask you a question. Hopefully you've got to this point to ask us, to answer, should I say. Are you happy with 2D, like what I'm watching now? Or do you want to put it in 3D? Because the problem with 3D is, I think the memory, it causes problems, and every now and again it can crash as Powell is in a pressing position. Adekanye West, what is that, Adekanye West? You've got all the goal. I'm going to be zooming in there. You might have already seen me zoom in. I don't care, because all the goal was there to be aimed at, and he's passed it straight to him. Adekanye, I had such high hopes for you, and you're missing chances like that. It's going to be the difference between going through to the 4th round or not, as a half-time whistle blows. And you know, we haven't been good enough, to be fair. I know we're massive underdogs. I'm reluctant to say it. I'm going to say assertively, we owe Watford and hopefully get a response. Half-decent response. Right, so I'm just telling them that I've got faith in them as well. It looks a little bit better, does the team talk, so hopefully we can get a bit of response on the pitch. Right, so we get the second half underway, from right to left. Right, Long with a throw, throws it towards Naby. It's cleared away and Owen picks up the loose ball, but he's deep in his own corner. Walsh gets the loose ball though, finds Powell. Powell plays it to Long, he's in a bit of space, crosses into Brewer! Brewer's there! Get in there, Brewer, my son! Get in there! 11th goal of the season. He's keeping our season alive again, just like in the previous seasons. He's been our top scorer, I think, now for the last 3 seasons. And he looks like he's on track to be that again. Long there with an assist as well. Crosses in and Brewer there. Another flying volley. Likes his flying volley. Is sort of thing. I don't know if you could see that. Right, so we're about 20 minutes to go, so I'm thinking Verlinden's going to come on for Andrew Powell, he's been fairly quiet. Adekanye West is going to come off as well for Russell. Bit of energy, because he's like I was going to say Mr. Stamina, but he's not. His stamina's only 13. But he has got a bit more pace about him. 10 minutes to go, and I'm going to take off Adel Naby for Adua. Hopefully he can prove to be a match winner here. We are, if you look over here, 60% possession. Not doing really much with it though. We do need to start creating some more chances. There's only 10 minutes to go, and I could really do without an extra game in terms of for fitness reasons, really. Right, a potential chance late on in this game. It's crossed him. The shot heads away on as far as Davis. Davis has scored from 20 yards out. Good finish, it seems, but I can't help but feel that went straight through Yeskayan, and we'll see that now in the action replay. It's headed away by the shot. Davis then, one touch, boom. It's fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. I'll give him a bit more credit. To be fair, that was a good goal. Looks like we're crashing out of the FA Cup. At least one thing, we can concentrate on the league, because I can't see us getting back into it now. Unless it's a minute to go, not 30 seconds. Russell crosses into Verlinden! Verlinden on his, not his home debut, but his debut in the FA Cup. First ever goal, instant reaction from him. I'm in shock, really. That really surprised me. I thought, is it? I just cheekily thought, is it actually going to be the end of the game? And Verlinden there, just nice shorts, by the way. You just couldn't find any normal shorts with pockets, so I thought, I'll just wang these on. The Arasqueta, I can't even say his name. It's horrendous. Barino. Fortunately, I haven't had to say it too much, and hopefully I won't have to say it again as he hits it into the side netting. But then I just remembered it's going to be a replay, so I am going to have to say his name again. So that sucks. Yeah, I was actually, I wasn't expecting anything there. I thought, 2 minutes to go, 2-1 down. I were expecting us to be, going out. I were already on a bit of a tangent about it, and then pops Verlinden on, his second appearance off the bench. He's not even played, for half of football for us yet. He's only played 40 minutes or so. So very pleased with him, and he's probably going to be starting the next game. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to look at the draw for the 4th round to see what we could have won, because we're probably going to get beat by Watford in the replay. Let's just see who that is. I've just remembered as well, there has been an out just before this FA Cup draw. An out. It has been Stephen Kinsella. He's gone to MK Dons for 215 grand. Just wasn't good enough, really. He was a 2-star player. Last season, it was a revelation when he joined us. He did really well for us in that backup role. 29 appearances, 3 goals, 11 assists, 7.2 for average rating. Couldn't complain, but this season he has played 11 times for us, 4 starts. It's all been subs. 4 starts, 7 sub appearances, and in that time all he's done is collect 2 yellow cards and an average rating of 6.74. So I was very disappointed. I know obviously he did well in the cup, but that's a cup. it's not the same as the league, and the league's the bread and butter. That's what we need to be doing well in. We need to be staying in this league and ensuring we keep getting that cash flow in every year so we can progress. He just wasn't performing for us, hence why I brought in Villingdon. As soon as he joined, he's the first one that's gone out of the door. I tried to get rid of Murray as well, just on loan really. I'd rather his contract run out rather than sell him, because it seems a bit less harsh to say, because he's like an icon like me. But yeah, I've ended up selling Kinsella. He wasn't even a favourite personnel, so I was more than happy to let him go. I think we've strengthened. Into the FA Cup draw, which is today. Let's have a look and see who's in it first. So the sort of teams that are still in, you've got your Chelsea there, you've got your Eastleigh, of course, a massive team that's in there. You've got Leeds, of course. That'll be a good game for me personally. Huddersfield as well. You know, I've got a little bit of an allegiance to them. You know, relations, supporting them. I know Leeds and Huddersfield are big rivals. Liverpool are there. Tottenham. You know, there's no. Am I right in thinking there's no Man City? But you know, looking at that, you know, Man City, one of the big boys out of it. You know, if we can avoid a big draw here and maybe get past Watford, let's have a look. Let's go in an automatic draw. So Barnsley, Southampton. Going to take on Peterborough, Championship Peterborough, of course. Ipswich in League One, so I just realised. Exeter, Championship Exeter as well. Man U versus West Ham. Villa against Chelsea. Reading versus us or Watford. That's a winnable game for me. Sunderland against Cardiff, two Championship sides clash. Chesterfield, we're going to take on Charlton, League One Chesterfield, of course. Cambridge, League One, we're going to take on Leeds United of the Championship. And Forest of Championship against Bristol City of League One. So there you have it. And that's who we're going to be playing. So going into the next game, as you can see here, we've got Watford again, of course, in the replay after playing Stoke, who, if you remember, we beat them 3-0 opening game of the season. Yeah, we've got Chelsea, Arsenal, Man U, and then Liverpool. How many points I'm expecting from them? None. So if I say Liverpool and Villa, no disrespect to Villa, of course in real life they've been pretty terrible this season. I think I've got more chance of taking some points off Villa, so if I lose, at least if I lose to Liverpool, this is a chance of getting a win in the next game against Villa. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to be Liverpool or Aston Villa. As always, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, why not press that like button. If you'd like to see more, feel free to subscribe, and we'll see you for the next game, which of course will be Liverpool and Aston Villa.